5 minutes.
Listening to old music is weird.
Hmm?
Yeah. Listening to old music is weird. Because like even when it's bad music, it still can like
Yeah.
feel good because it has memories.
Yeah, that's what I feel awkward about. Yeah, I think it's just because it like brings up so many emotions. Of, like, what you used to listen to back then and what you went through at that time. You just remember it, even if it's a sucky song, you're still just like, man, this is my favorite song. So.
Yeah. It's weird. There's a lot of music that I have like specific memories tied to.
Me too.
Either like the first time I heard the song or just something that happened when I heard the song.
I have this song. I was at a prom with that one girl I was going to at the time. And it was an amazing night. And we played Thinking Out Loud in the car. And then at the prom they played 1,000 Years, and that was a slow dance. Every time I hear that song, I just like get a little emotional.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, I missed that time.
Yeah, it's a good time in life.
Yeah, it sucks. Sometimes music is like...
Yeah, it can be bittersweet for sure.
I think that's why I like Ed Sheeran and Al City so much. Because Al City was when I was growing up, and like in the fall time, whenever it gets like fall weather, I smell it, I'm like, it's Al City. And then like Ed Sheeran is just, a lot of it is like, when I was in a relationship, and it reminds me of being single life.
Yeah.
What about you? Have any specific
Somebody's honking.
memories?
Um,
Nice.
Jeez, somebody's getting angry out there.
The hot of December.
Specific memories? I have some random memories connected to music. I can remember in high school, I don't remember which year, but it was New Year's Eve, and we were up at
Spotlight, that's your break.
my cousin's house, and it was like not cold enough to be stuck inside. We were just like outside on the trampoline, listening to music. And I remember like specific songs. I can remember
Which
like
one?
moments, like weirdly "Young, Wild, and Free" by Wiz Khalifa. You know that one? Which is like not that great a song, but it's a fun song. And I don't know, it's just like I remember specifically listening to that song with like Scotty and Lindy and Shelby.
Yeah.
Back in the day, back in high school, man.
Dang, man.
Stupid stuff.
High school. I really miss high school sometimes.
I miss the feeling of high school.
Yeah, I do too.
Some of it.
Some of it sucked, but it was like basically the time of our lives or whatever.
Yeah.
I know like things now will, you're gonna be happy. You can be happier than you were in high school. Whereas like those memories are always there, and you're always like, man, I kind of wish I was in high school again. It's like, yeah, a lot of it's kind of weird because a lot of the music is like tied to high school. I don't know if this is just like the time where you start getting into music.
I definitely think like high school is when you get more into music, and also it's just such a transformative time for you. You know, high school, you really start to like figure out that you can be your own person.
Yeah.
And like who you want to be, and then
yeah, and for me at least,
there's so much to go through, so many changes.
Yeah, and for me at least, like it was like the time where my for years I listened to whatever my parents listened to.
Yeah.
And it was like the time that I kind of like went away from that and like listened to my own music, started listening to Ed Sheeran and stuff, and I didn't want to tell them for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah,
some of my parents
kind of the same way.
Like it wasn't
to, like
bad exactly.
Older siblings' music and
yeah. My brother had when my brother he was like 16 or 17 or so, he used to listen to some Screamo. My dad found the CD one time and he was like, hey, come down here, what's this? I told my brother, and he walks in. He's like, "The CD, go break it." And James like, my metal CD or Screamo CD had to break. My dad was like, "This is trash."
Oh man, I went through a Screamo phase. Very short-lived.
I think a little bit is not too bad. It's, I respect it definitely, but not just respect it. I sometimes enjoy it every now and then.
Yeah, it's cool. It takes a lot of skill to do right and not ruin your voice.
Freaking ruin your voice.
Yeah. I think it's impressive guys who can scream and sing, or girls.
Yeah.
People who can scream and sing.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Like Tyler Joseph from Twin Pilots.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he doesn't even scream. It's like a different kind of screaming or something.
Yeah.
It's not like screaming. It's like screaming, but he does it like so good. He can sing crazy. Yeah, they're like the most talented musicians. I feel like some of them.
Yeah.
For being able to do both and not like.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the lead singer. I can't remember his name right now, but the lead singer of Disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
He has an amazing voice. He's a really pretty cool musician. They do a cover of Sound of Silence. That's
I've heard of them. Yeah. No, I've seen I think that cover that's good.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Is it the one that's really deep?
Yeah.
I love that song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really deep and slow. Has a lot of piano in it in their cover, and then like.
Yeah, that's a really good song, in a really unique version.
Yeah, it's really cool. You don't hear many covers of that song because it's like the original version's so good already. But honestly, like I love the Disturbed version.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have listened to that more than the original.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the original that much, being honest. I know like some older music. So for a long time when I was a kid, like I listened to, like my whole life, ever since I was born, my parents just listened to like old stuff, whatever, 40s through like 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
Around there, and then I listened to that for years. So like I got so into it, and then there was a point where I just literally hated it, and that's why I started listening to other music, and then I just got hooked on other music, and then just now recently I'm getting back to like, okay, this music's actually
being
really,
able to appreciate it again.
Really good music. I won't listen to it as much, ever, not ever, but as much.
Yeah.
And every once in a while I'll be like, this is actually a good song, especially the Beatles. I used to hate the Beatles. They sucked. I was like, dude, this is the worst band. My dad's like, it's the greatest band of all time. I'm like, dude, this band sucks. I hate this band.
Oh my gosh.
But I realize they're actually really good. Like, you just can't listen to them all the time because I've listened to them for 10 years.
I don't know. I didn't really listen to much older music growing up, like in middle school or high school.
What did your parents listen to?
I don't really know. Not a lot of like specific music. It's a lot of like super Christian music mostly. Yeah.
Like
and
Michael W. Smith, Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Yeah.
My mom listened to a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
a lot of like what you
grew
would
up with
find
that.
on like Christian radio, that type of music, which is like my least favorite. Even now, like it's not. I don't enjoy that music at all.
It's not creative as much.
So a lot of that, and then a lot of like a little bit older stuff, but nothing that I can think of like specifically, which is weird because my dad's really into music, but I think he just like kind of like gave up that when he I guess like kind of when he became like fully a Christian, because he doesn't really listen to much of anything
outside of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's kind of like he's like deleted songs off albums that we had and stuff because they like talk about rough stuff. But we used to listen to Petra. You ever heard of Petra?
The name sounds familiar.
It's like an 80s rock Christian band. They're actually really big. They were.
I bet Sid would know them. He listens to a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
He did. He still does.
pretty good, and I'm listening to them. They're honestly as good as any band back then, honestly, which is awesome. They have really creative stuff. But I don't listen to them now because I got too tired of them. But
Yeah.
music really takes you back.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like the
It's
thing.
almost as much as like a smell or seeing something.
I was about
you know?
to say that. Yeah.
It's like the same
Really.
feeling of like it just hits you sometimes.
Yeah. I smelled the smell the other day, and I was like, "That's my grandmother's house." And I was like, "Dang." And like, I know that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
It, like, sucks. It's like, dang, man. And I smelled one like about a year ago or so. I was like, smelled it. And it was like my old girlfriend.
Oh, that's weird.
It smells so good. I just want that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough. It's tough. I
High
think
school
part of the
was
reason
tough.
like we miss high school right now is because we feel like we haven't moved past it in a way. So it's like that was currently one of the best times in our lives. But
Yeah.
I think we are moving past it. We just need
Yeah, I think we haven't
keep
fully replaced what we have now in our new future. Like, we're working on the stuff we want to work on.
Yeah.
In high school, it's just like all fun and, you know, whatever. I mean, then we realize that you have to do stuff. Life is hard. But it's what's fun in it, I guess. Because you get to create your life.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that life can be whatever you want it to be, in a way.
Conclusion. That's a good conclusion.
In conclusion, music is powerful. Nostalgia sucks sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm more depressed now than I was in high school. High school was... Yeah.
In conclusion,
I don't have anything to say, man. All I'll just say is, like, more talks, more car talks,
yeah,
challenging.
this will be first of many. This is probably the roughest of them, though.
Definitely the roughest. More awkward, most awkward. More most awkwarder.
Yes,
sir. Rest.